The granny square always amazes me with its versatility. I'm going to just show you what materials I've used, and I'm going to just talk you through what I've done, and then I'll just show you how to make this tassel. Let us start with the yarns that I've used. I've combined this with the silver. This is a mercerized cotton yarn. It's a number 5, and I've used for the whole project a 2 millimeter crochet hook. Inside I found a label. I actually had to put on my magnifying glasses to be able to see this. It is Kismet yarns, tulip they say. Crochet with it together, put them in separate glass containers, and then it works easily. Then you surely need scissors, and you just need also a needle. So let us look at it. I was just actually playing around to see what I can do with these yarns. And surely then the easiest one that we always think of is using the granny square. So I've crocheted a granny square, and then I wanted to do something else at the back. So here for the back, I've started with a row of trebles and then a row of DCs. I use UK terminology. So for United States, it will be a row of double crochets and then a row of SCs, single crochets. Then I started with the silver yarn, not cutting the white, and do now a row of crossed trebles, and then back with a row of DCs. Then I picked up again the white one, trebles, DCs, and like that I carried on the back. Now it was a bit narrower at the end, still in the front, so I just crocheted around with DCs, and I've joined it by crocheting just normal DCs that I've used all around to join them. And then here you can see then I've used again the silver yarn, doing a round now of cross trebles, and then in between the spaces I've just now done with white trebles, free chain stitch trebles to create that opening. I've used again double strand of the silver yarn, starting with DC, half treble, 2 trebles, half treble, DC. Then I've slip stitched into the treble at the top and then into the next free chain loop again, DC, half treble, 2 trebles, half treble, DC, slip stitch into the next treble. And that created this. So real easy. I'm now ready to start the tassel. I just use one strand. Loose end here in my hand, and then over these fingers I just start winding it up, and the number of winds will surely determine the thickness of the tassel. The problem is now I didn't count actually how many turns I had on the other one, so I'll more or less judge. This is just for myself, so if you want to do it for market and you want to be precise, then I think this is more or less what I have used. I'm going to cut it there, and now I bring those 2 loose ends here, and I just tie it. Now you cut a piece again of the yarn, and make a loop. Let us put the loop like that under your finger, and now you start winding with the loose end. I will just now go all around, and you pull it tight, keeping that loop in place and winding over it. Oops. And then you can check how many rounds did you do there, that the two look more or less the same. To my opinion, they look already the same. So now I'm going to take this loose end, or put the loose end here through the loop, And now you can pull the 2 loose ends. Just see that you have the correct one now, that you can pull them tight. Let us just now get the little loop there you can see. And now I start pulling. You can see there it goes in, pull it tight. It's now under, there's no loops there, it looks really good. And now I still take a needle. So I take a sharp needle. Let me just cut this because this will be hard to get through the needle's eye. There I have the sharp needle still. And now I'll just take here and go under. I just secure it sort of. You don't have to do it with some others, but this yarn is so slippery, I'll rather want and secure it. Now I can take this strand to the bottom. And then I think I must do the same with the other one. And there, in no time, the tassel is done. And now I can cut it. So first cut all of these. This I can cut short the inside. Let us just not cut these strands. There we go. And now I can cut this to the length of that one. This will now be a bit messy. Let me just work with that out of the way. And here it is, all done. I've seen that it works the best if you separate these strands of yarn with a blunt needle.